This is now a video, right? We're recording this video for this YouTube channel, which is the Trading Wolf channel. But with me, I have one of my newest students, but actually a, I'm going to say the fastest story I have, the fastest story from zero knowledge to getting funded to now getting payout. So let me welcome Jose. Jose
Hello,
Padilla, what's going on, brother?
what's going on? My name is Jose. Started trading like 4 months ago.
Yeah, I
Meeting
think it was
Juan.
like February, right? February
Yeah,
we met. We were introduced by another student, right? Another
yeah.
mutual student friend of ours. Uh, Tell me a little bit about you again.
Um, just a new trader. Having small job, being into like looking to getting a bit more of a money, more like of a mess with my job, trying to like see if I can recover, learn what I can from the lessons. With Juan just stuck with me through the bitter ends, even though I have ups and downs.
Sir. Yes, sir. Everybody does, right? So, but Jose, how do you feel? How do you feel about what you're doing?
I feel very confident, like with the strategies that you teach, like the time that you have, like trend or stuff, like basics that you teach is like just more of like solidifies what you're doing. And I would like to say it's like really nice to see, for example, like how you jump in on a day, just three trades and you're done. It's really nice knowing like all the strategies, like how you go through, how you went to teaching us thoroughly to seeing it as a profit.
As a problem. So, what we're also doing is we're going to show you. We're going to show you his progress, right? He went and he actually also got funded with the company that I trust the most at the moment right now, which is Lucid Trading. So we're gonna go and share some of his stuff here so you guys can see. Can you pull up your yes, Lucid? Yeah. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this. This is Jose's accounts. These are now funded accounts, right? He actually had to go through the evaluation. I have all my students actually go through Lucid and other firms I trust, but in this case we're going over Lucid. So Lucid, he ended up going with Lucid Flex accounts. Why is the Lucid Flex a little better? Because with Lucid Flex accounts, it's a one-time payment. It's a one-time payment. There's no monthly fee. It also includes the activation. So when Jose bought all five of these, see, these are all five funded accounts. They were evals first. He paid for all five of them, and then when he passed them, now he got them funded. He didn't have to pay any activation, so that's another plus, right? Especially when you're on a budget to try to grow your trading capital, right? Because another thing I teach, which we'll get to in a little bit, is how to actually now the money that you make from these funded accounts. I first want you to pay off debt, right? So if you have any debt, that way it's off your shoulders and off your mind. Pay off some of that debt, and then free up some of the worry that's always on your mind. But then as you are starting to make more money, because that's the whole point of this, I want you to learn how to invest in long term. So back to this. So he got funded. He got his evals. He had a few that when he first started, he failed. Right? We got to be upfront. Right?
Yeah.
But what was the reason that you failed? Be honest.
Honestly, over trading, putting more spots, just putting more positions is like the most dangerous thing that you could do because
When
like
you mean
one
more spots, what do you mean by that? Small contracts?
more contracts. Yeah.
Okay. So we trade futures, right? So for anyone who's just trying to guess how we did this, we trade futures. Mainly the index funds, like the Nasdaq, which is called the MQ or the MNQ, or the S&P 500, which is called the ES or the MES. I think we focused more on the Nasdaq, but we focused on the micro Nasdaq, right? The
Yep.
MNQ.
And thank you.
Okay. So back to you. You were saying what was the struggle?
Mostly the struggle is the mentality because you're focused on the mentality that your people tend to see money and they just want to take more money. So that's like something that most people struggle. That's something I struggle even at the start. And I know all my co-friends, people that are on the group chat also struggled at the start. It's just having that mentality, okay, I'm winning 400, be satisfied with 400 and not chasing more than what you should. You already got your entry. You already got um to the key level that it should be. Why are you chasing more or like adding more contracts somewhere? Could mean you're losing more instead
Exactly.
of assuring
So what
more.
I'm hearing is over trading and over leveraging. like on the
Yep.
amount of contracts you're trading with. So that's what we do. We trade with contracts in the futures market. And then, as you're seeing some money on the screen, of course, you're going to get tempted to like, oh man, how about if I do a little bit more? How about if I do a little bit more, right? Because you can see how easy, especially using the strategies that we teach, how easy it is for you to be able to say, oh, look, there's another play right here. Oh, look, this is lining up perfectly to give me another move here, whether I'm going to buy or sell. So I get it. All right, so back to your results, man. This is really good. So he didn't break straight off the bat. Again, he started in February. I actually have it here. February 16th was the first time we got on one-on-one calls, these Zooms like this. And then from there, we started going over, from zero, right? From A to
Yeah.
Z, like what trading is, what the markets are, what futures are, what stocks are, everything like that, right? You had a lot of questions. I believe, did I answer most of the questions when you were learning?
All of them, honestly.
Good. So, again, he had very, let's say zero, right? Zero
Yeah, zero,
knowledge.
zero.
So he didn't even know what platforms to use. He didn't know, what an index fund was, what an ETF is. He didn't even know what futures contract was and how much they pay. He didn't even know about funding funds like Lucid, right, and all these other companies. Yeah. But he found out, and then he also found out. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know, or anyone who's watching this video, you're asking yourself like, what do you mean Lucid and funding? So Lucid is a funding fund. What they do is they're looking for people like me, like Jose, traders, who can prove that they can manage some money. And as long as you can manage the money and make profit on it, they're willing to give you 90% of the profits. So it's pretty cool because you don't have to risk your own capital. You come in, you prove to them through what we call lucid evaluations, which the link is below. Jose, you didn't know that. You didn't know that you can get funded.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know any of these. I started, like you said, from zero to getting to know like what an eval is, how funded, and how to like anything at all, even how the news work, how everything could affect stuff, Like what a platform even like how a lucid platform even is, up to like other new platforms.
Yeah. So yeah, Lucid. I mean, like not even like that. You didn't have to risk your own money.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? So
yeah, they just giving you.
This is pretty cool. Pretty cool because you were coming into this not even knowing about the funding. You just wanted to come in and learn how to trade, right? Thinking you would have to use your own money.
Yeah. Thinking that one has to. The only way that I heard before was using your own capital. Didn't know this even existed up until now. One introduced me, and it's been going great so far.
Yeah, going so great that I mean, we keep showing the screen, and it's because this is his login to his Lucid trading account. This is where he can see, his 5 funded accounts. Again, you can have up to 5 funded accounts with Lucid. With the 5 funded accounts, you can trade them individually. But the other thing that Jose didn't know is that you can also copy trade them. You can choose one as your main. And if you feel very confident about your strategy, your risk management, which is key, right? Those 2 things are key. And then you can copy trade all accounts, which is kind of like the method I teach, right? I teach you a trading style that, like as I said, we teach you how to look for a perfect entry, like a snipe entry. And we capitalize on that by going in at the right time and at the right place, right? Right place, right time, right price. And we just take advantage of those key levels and things like that. So these are his 5 funded accounts. He started as evals. He passed his evals, which means he had to make 53,000. You start with 50,000, you have to make 3,000. He ended up doing that. Then here he's now funded, and to get a payout now, because now you can also get payouts on this, you need to actually make 5 days over, like I said, 5 days of over $150 in profit. Jose actually has 9 days. See, 9 qualifying days over, the 5 that they required. And he also brought up all his counts to 54,587, 585, 472, 476, right? So this is really good. Now, I explained to Jose why this is really good, but let's explain, right? Let's explain. Why is this good? Because each one of his accounts has 54,400, let's say, right? He can actually, based on the facts that it says here, the FAQ, I'm going to Lucid Flex, Lucid Payouts, he just needed 5 days. See, he's gonna get 90% of what he makes. So he just needed 5 separate trading days. They don't have to be consecutive. I'm gonna show you his calendar too, because you can see that we're not gonna hide everything. He even had red days.
Yeah.
So it's not perfect, but it is profitable when you follow the strategy, the rules. So he just needed 5 days, which he got. He has 9. Based on the account size, the 50K, he just needed to make $150 or more, which he did. And then minimum payout is $500 per account, but max payout that he can get is $2,000, up to $2,000, which would represent 50% of the profit. So I gave him a goal. I said, look, I need you to get the account up to at least 54,000. He asked me why, right? Remember when you asked me, hey, why?
Yeah.
I said, because I want you to get a $10,000 payout. I know you were excited about that. So, Jose, are you excited about your $10,000 payout?
100%. Like wouldn't think that it will be like
Possible, right?
near possible.
Isn't it crazy, man? Like you're getting a $10,000 payout. Again, out of 10,000, he's gonna get 9. Okay, let's just be real, be upfront. He's gonna get $9,000 because the company keeps 10%. Right? That's the deal that we have with Lucid. We can make money on the money they let us use, right? Trade. They get to keep 10%, but we keep 90% of the profit. So as of right now, it doesn't show that he can request a payout because it says payout eligibility is calculated at the end of the day. He took a trade today, and because he took a trade today, it's not going to calculate it until EOD, which means end of day. At the end of today's trading day, which today is June 29th, he'll actually have these buttons here turned into request a payout. And the beautiful thing about it is that he's going to be able to request maximum, right? The maximum payout per account, which is 50% of his total. So his total, I gave him the goal of 54,000, so that he can request the max that he can request from all of the accounts, which is 2,000. He has 5 accounts, right? Do the math, basic math, people. 5 times 2 is 10. So 10K out of the 10K, he makes 90 grand. I mean 90%. 90 grand soon, right? So 90%. So there you go. Very proud of you, brother. Very proud of you. What do you want to say? Not to the people, but what do you want to say about how you feel right now? Because remember, you started with me. First call was February 16th, and it's now June 29th. So pretty much, let's say March, April, May, June, 4 months, 4.5 months, and you're already getting a $10,000 payout, which you get 9 right now. How do you feel?
Feeling great. Feels almost like unreal.
Feels unreal, right?
From February up to here, just thinking like I'm a geek on computers, so like I like whatever is like trade stuff like that. I've been looking at it since I was little. I just never, more like about myself, I never had the courage to get off to a teacher and being afraid from seeing other people getting scammed online, be like, hey, this teacher only sends videos, hey, they just steal your money, this and that, to getting recommended a nice teacher, like a great teacher like Juan, honestly, which is perfectly the person I was looking for on teaching, the way that he teach, how he like manifests his teaching to like getting to a point to getting to making sure doing the one-on-ones, making sure you understand. It's just amazing. I wouldn't have gotten to this point though if it wasn't by the one-on-ones, honestly.
Yeah, I think the one-on-ones make it a little better because as I'm showing you something or teaching you something, questions come up, right? Yeah. If questions come up, and if you don't have the person there, right, the person who's actually giving you the information to ask a question right away, it's kind of like, right. But the one-on-ones definitely help, especially because with part of the one-on-ones, I also trade. I trade in front of you. How many times did I trade in front of you? Like, hey, look, I'm gonna take this trade. I'm gonna manage my, risk right here, blah blah blah. And I went over my mindset in my process of why. And I know you had questions, and I was like, oh, you do this, right? So part of the one-on-ones is also a lot of like, I trade, teach you, then I see you trade, and if I see you're making, like a mistake or you're not, you forgot to look at, something else that we normally look for, then I tell you right away, oh, hey, you forgot this. This is why the market moved against you, or, hey, the market moved in your favor, but next time look for this. So very proud, man. Very proud.
Thanks.
Excited for you, man. It's $10,000 in 4 months of learning how to trade. That's a record. It's a record. I have
Yeah.
students who have done it before in 6 months, have done it in 7 months. I have students who, at the beginning, right, when I first started teaching, would take longer, but it's because we didn't have companies like Lucid. We didn't have the platforms that we have now. Everything's become a lot easier, more efficient, let's call it, right? And this is awesome. I mean, let's look at some of your trades, right? If we go into the dashboard, like I said, right, it wasn't a perfect. It wasn't like every day was green. No, but here you go. This is Jose's progress on, and this is the same on all 5 accounts because he was copy trading. So pretty much first day out when he got funded, boom, $643.50. This was this June 11th. You go into the day itself. I think this is on the Lucid Trading. Let's go to your Tracy. Pull up your Tracy. I think Tracy has. So Tracy is the trading platform that we actually trade the accounts in. So here we go. 643.50. He took 3 trades that day, and here they are. Right. He took what they call shorts. He sold. Look at the quantity of contracts. You don't have to do a lot of contracts. This is what I try to drill to everybody. Everybody that starts trading futures, they think that, oh, maybe I could do minis, right, which is a bigger contract, or maybe I could do a lot more contracts, more micros. I try to tell you, part of learning how to trade correctly is also understanding how to manage your risk management. A really good risk management strategy is going to save your accounts. Because on this day, he did very well, right? He took 2 losses, but then he had a big win with just 2 micros. But here's the other thing, right? Following day, he didn't do too hot. He did pretty bad. And then he also noticed this, right? He was doing what? You were overtrading. You see that?
Overtrading, yeah.
It's crazy. Look at it. Bang, 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 right? And he was doing 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. What I do like about even that you had a red day is that you never went over the quantity of contracts based on the market you were trading, which is an average, right? It's very volatile, especially right now with what's going on with war and Iran.
It's crazy.
But that was a bad day. Had a good first day on your funded accounts, really bad day on your second. Right, this is really bad risk management. We talked, right? When you had that bad day, we talked about it.
We talked.
I kind of like, hey, what are you doing? Right? Too many trades.
Yep.
Trading too much at night. Should be trading at night. I think you were trading from your phone as well, too, right?
Yeah, I was trading from my phone back then. I was between work lunch.
Work and lunch, yeah, that's rough. So be careful, right? Here, that Monday, the following Monday, after we had our talk, kind of got your spirits back up. Boom, back in play, right? So again, 2 contracts, never went over. This is awesome. You never went over your lots, your contract size, which is good. You kept the risk management correct. The next day was a negative day, so you were like still trying to adjust, right? Trying to adjust to these newly funded accounts. This was bad. Right? So again, we talked about over contract, right? So that was bad. But again, we talked about it. We corrected it. The following day, you did very well again. But again, you overtraded. So even though you had a really good day, you overtraded. So that's what we've been working on, right? Working on just taking a few trades and being done for the day.
Disconnected.
Next day,
Pairing.
you actually did pretty bad. And again, you were oversizing.
Yeah.
So I have to pull on the gear again and be like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right? Because that's something I will always be real with, right? Like, I don't have to do this, but I love doing this. I love teaching, and I love to see you guys win. But I'm always going to be straight up with you. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm not going to be that type of coach coach for you in this trading life. That's just going to be like, well, okay, you'll do better next time. Nah, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to be like, what the hell are you doing? Right? Like, what were you thinking? You're taking, you're straying away from the strategy and the risk management strategy. That's why you're not getting the results that you should get. And then after that, after a few little, the hell are you doing, right? He finally said, because I told him, right? I'm like, do you really want to do this, or do you just you just want to do this as a hobby? He's like, no, I really want to do this. So he buckled down, and then even if he got small days, they were wins, right? So 69, 121. 805, 645, right? So you guys are seeing the progress. So this is what finally got him to the totals that he currently has on all 5 of his accounts. This is impressive. This is also another cool thing about Lucid. Like I said, you can copy trade all the accounts. He has his accounts. But what's cool about it is that yes, he has $4,000 on one account, $4,471.50 in one account. That's pretty good because if you look at it, all right, one account. Let's say for the month of June, he ended up making $4,471.50. That's someone's salary, right? Isn't that someone's salary in a month?
Yes, it is.
Right? Someone's salary, one person's salary. But the efficiency of this is that he was able to do it across 5 accounts. And this is what's cool about it, because you can actually look at this. And this is where, like, it just, you know, seems to amaze me that people don't see the potential that we have here with trading, with Lucid, and with funding firms. I can actually tell it, hey, show me the totals for all 5 of the accounts. I'm going to say save. And this is actually what you ended up making this month.
Sure.
Have you ever made in your life $22,544.50 in, let's say, a month?
Honestly,
It's like a little bit more than a month, a little bit less than a month.
no. Honestly, half of that is what I made on a year.
Half of
But
that,
I
right?
used to
Well, we
make
said, hey, you know, like one person's salary per month.
Yeah.
You actually did 5 people's salary in a month.
Yep.
And you can continue to do this every month as long as you stay consistent, right? And this month was a $22,000 month. Now, when you add up all the accounts, look at the totals per day, right? 3,200. That day was bad. Remember that was your $1,000 day?
Yeah,
Well, it wasn't just 1,000. It was 5,000 because it was across 5 accounts, right?
Yep.
This day was 3,000, 3,000, 5,000, 4,000, 349, 605, blah blah blah. So you can see it. But I love this, man. I love this progress for you. I love that you're winning. I love that you took this and said, no, this is what I want to do. You took it serious. What I love to teach here is through patience, discipline, you can find consistency. Patience and discipline, you can find consistency. And this is what it is. So that's kind of like our model. You need patience, consistency. It will only be achieved in patience, discipline, so that you can get that consistency. So this is awesome, man. Very proud.
Thank you.
Final words, man. I know I kind of talked over you, but I'm sorry, man. I'm just so excited for you. Man, $10,000.
It is crazy, yeah.
At the end of the day, you can request that. So, like, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about it?
It's crazy. Like even now, like I told you, it feels almost unreal because like from a couple months from now, I wouldn't like dream of making this on a month. Much less just thinking of looking at it like yearly. Now to being able to like see the strategy, see the profit of like paying attention, being careful, like you said, small entries and everything. It's crazy. And like you said, I had bad days as I did have good days, but just like how even on my bad days, the good days overcome. Like you can have a day like you told me once, you can have a day that you lose 400, but then the next day you might win it back and some.
Yep. So awesome, bro. Awesome. Love to see it.
Awesome.
I want to see it do more, right? Tonight you're gonna be requesting your payouts, $2,000 from each account. You're gonna be getting that money into your bank account. I think no later than tomorrow, maybe latest Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you still leave your accounts because you're only taking out, $2,000. You still leave your accounts with $2,400 each account, which plenty of cushion, right? We call that cushion. We leaving yourself some of that profit in there so that you can continue to trade them. And all you have to do is bring the account back up to, $4,000, right? From 52.4 to $4,000. So how much money do you really have to make? $1,500, $1,600. So if you split it up, right? Let's say for the month of July, you want to repeat your payout again, another $10,000. In a month, you have, let's go back to the screen, right? Let's go back to the next month. So kind of giving you a goal for next month, right? July. You request your payout today, which is the 29th. You should get your money by tomorrow, latest Wednesday. The money that you request will be deducted from here, right? The $2,000. So you'll be left with 52,434, and then on the other accounts, whatever that $400 is. I know it's like a little bit off, but your next goal, right? This is me now talking directly to you. Your next goal for this month of July is to get back up to that 54,000, right? But because you have 2,400, so you really have to make the whole 4,000 all over again. No, you already built your machine, right? So let's say 1,600. Can you pull up a little calculator there for us?
Yep. Uh,
Bang. So take 1,600 and let's divide it by. Let's say if you're gonna take the whole month, right? Again, Friday. I think we're celebrating 4th of July holiday. So this month we have about 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 days. So divided by 22 days. This is us just giving. You just have to make $72 a day. You have to make $72 a day in order to get to 54,000 again on the account and request another $10,000 payout, 2,000 from each account. Think you could do that?
more confident.
Well,
Yeah, I would.
right?
Yeah.
I think you might be able to do it in the next 2 weeks. Right, the way you're trading, I think you'll be
Yeah.
able to do it in the next 2 weeks. So that's awesome, man. I'm very proud of you. Keep it up. Don't stray away. Do not let greed get into your mind. Don't let that little devil on your shoulder say, you know, you could do more. Go on slow. Just keep following the rules, right? Follow. Be patient. Wait for your entry. Be disciplined and not stray away from your trading strategy and your risk to reward strategy. And you'll continue to have that consistency where now you're going to have $10,000 payouts. It could be every month. It could be every 2 weeks. It all depends on you now. Okay?
Yeah.
So congratulations, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are now an official wolf. you're an official day trading wolf, right? So day trading wolf is just a symbol for what we do. We do day trading. And what I try to do is convert you guys into day trading wolves. So we definitely have a new wolf in the pack. His name is Jose Padilla. Very proud of you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome. We'll end the interview here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, go ahead and type it down in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow. Become a part of the pack. We're more than happy to help you out too, and we all work together, right? Jose, how do you feel about the other team, right? The rest of the team that you see in the
Yeah, the rest of the team are like very helpful. Everybody in here is just thorough. If you ask a question, even on the group chat, they all try to help each other. We all just try to help each other out. If I knew that, if I know the answer to something, I will definitely. And you're asking something that I know, I'll definitely go help you out. The same way that they have for me. The same way that one has
the
done for
wolf
me.
pack, right? That's that wolf pack. We stick together because again, we're not taking money from each other. We're taking money from the market, right? So we hunt together. We eat together, whether we're buying or selling, right? We're not bulls or bears. We're wolves. So we like to eat whether the market's going up or whether the market's going down. So come learn, come join us. We'll see you all on the next one. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem.